welcome to week 19. This week we're going to work on sidestepping. This is one of my favorite exercises, both as a body awareness exercise and also as a really cool trick. So let's get started. Step 1. Warm your dog up with the exercise we did last week, where you click and treat them for finding your front position. Step 2. Now that you've warmed your dog up, start to turn in a small circle in place where you're standing and reward your dog for finding the front position. Go. Click them for the slightest movement sideways with their back legs. That's what's going to initiate this behavior. So my click is for her back leg taking a side step. Oops, there it is. And don't worry so much about the front legs at this point. So if you're struggling a little bit at this stage where your dog is sitting or not following you as you step sideways, you can help them out with luring to show them what you want them to do. So you can also use targeting if you prefer that. So take a piece of food in your hand and show them what you want. And be very generous in the beginning. Click for the slightest movement of any of the back legs in a sideways motion. If you're having this problem where your dog likes to sit in front of you, which is very common, try to take a step back and then slightly turn to get your dog to stay up in the standing position. Once your dog has mastered turning in a full circle in the front position, you can use that motion that you just worked on to get the next step. So, after you master the full circle, try a quarter circle and then take a side step yourself. So you take a little circle and then you step out of the circle and see if they can follow you. Find that your dog's butt is not keeping up with the front when you take the steps to the side, there's a couple of ways to fix this problem. You can either help them with the lure, try and get them straight, or you can use your front position again and turn a corner and see if they line up with your front again. And click them for being straight in front of you. Depending on what type of dog you have and how long their legs are, you can experiment with different types of speeds to get them into the perfect side step. So it's about you walking in the right speed for them, not the other way around. Ready, legs? Front. After you mastered getting your dog to take a couple of side steps after you completed the circle and took a step yourself, you can just build on this and try and take 2 steps or maybe 3 steps and see if your dog can sidestep with you. If they struggle, just simply go back to the circle to get them back into the sidestepping motion. Start with a circle and then take a side step. Good girl. Ready? Once your dog can take many steps sideways, I think it's a good idea to add a verbal cue. Obviously I'm using a visual cue with my hands and also my own steps to the side, but if you in the future wanted to use side stepping, like for example in the distance or where you can't be next to them, it's a very good idea to have a cue that you can say to them. So I'm going to add a verbal cue side step to this behavior and see how it goes. So I'll tell him the new cue, side step, and then the old cue, click. And the old cue is my visual hands and own side steps. See? Side step. Good boy. Side step. Good boy. Side step. Good boy. So I am switching up my visual cue, my hands on my stomach, for a verbal cue, side step. So I don't have to have my hands here all the time. Future. Ready? Side step. I'm clicking as I'm removing my visual cue. You can also try and say the new cue and see if your dog will offer the behavior, since we did many repetitions of the same thing previously. So I will say side step. Good boy.